Human beings often ask, how can I avoid suffering? But perhaps another question exists. How can suffering transform me? Pain arrives. Failure arrives. Loss arrives. No human escapes difficulty forever. Yet some people break. Others change. Few historical figures embodied this transformation more than Miyamoto Musashi. A warrior. A duelist. A wanderer. A man who spent years refining not only combat, but the self. Tonight, we explore Musashi's philosophy of suffering, discipline, solitude, adaptation, and the hidden battle happening inside every human being. Part 1: The Warrior Who Walked Alone. Musashi lived much of his life in motion. Battles, travel, isolation, training. He became legendary for duels. But his greatest opponent may not have been another swordsman. It may have been himself. Musashi believed mastery begins internally. Skill without discipline becomes chaos. Strength without clarity becomes danger. Victory over others means little without self-control. Modern people fight different battles. Anxiety, distraction, comparison, uncertainty. Yet the battlefield remains. Only its shape changed. Part 2: Suffering as Training. Modern society often treats discomfort as failure. Musashi viewed it differently. Discomfort trains attention. Hardship reveals character. Failure exposes illusion. Pain forces adaptation. This does not mean suffering is desirable. But unavoidable suffering can become instruction. A difficult loss may teach humility. Isolation may reveal identity. Defeat may create wisdom. Musashi believed growth rarely comes from comfort alone. Part 3: The Danger of Attachment. Musashi warned against attachment. Not only attachment to possessions. Attachment to outcomes. Victory. Image. Expectation. Humans suffer because reality refuses certainty. Plans collapse. People change. Life moves unexpectedly. The rigid person breaks. The adaptable person bends. Musashi admired flexibility. Like water changing shape. Like strategy adjusting to circumstance. Strength without adaptation becomes weakness. Part 4: Fear and the Distorted Mind. Fear changes perception. Anger narrows vision. Pride blinds judgment. Musashi believed emotional turbulence creates suffering because it disconnects humans from reality. A clear mind sees accurately. An agitated mind sees distortion. Modern life constantly stimulates reaction. News. Social media. Comparison. Outrage. The mind rarely rests. Musashi might ask, when was the last time you observed quietly? Without reacting? Without performing? Without defending identity? Part 5: Solitude as Discipline. Musashi valued solitude. Not isolation born from despair. Chosen distance. Reflection. Observation. Practice. Many fear silence. Because silence removes distraction. But Musashi entered silence deliberately. Skill grows in repetition. Wisdom grows in stillness. Modern people often remain surrounded by noise. Yet internally feel lost. Perhaps because attention moves outward constantly. Musashi moved inward. Part 6: The Way of Strategy. Musashi wrote about strategy. But strategy was larger than combat. Life itself requires it. How do you respond to loss? How do you endure uncertainty? How do you continue after failure? Every suffering becomes a decision point. Collapse. Resistance. Transformation. Musashi believed preparation matters. The disciplined person meets difficulty differently. Not because pain disappears, but because the mind becomes steadier. Part 7, The Ego and the Shadow of Victory. Humans chase victory constantly. Success. Recognition. Status. Achievement. But Musashi warned. Victory can create illusion. Pride weakens awareness. Ego creates blindness. A person obsessed with winning may lose clarity. True mastery requires humility. To continue learning. To remain adaptable. To accept imperfection. The strongest warrior still trains. The wisest person still questions. Part 8, Modern Warfare of the Mind. Musashi fought with swords. Modern people fight internally. Overthinking. Loneliness. Burnout. Identity. Comparison. The enemy changed. The struggle remained. Many people today feel exhausted not physically, but mentally. Musashi's philosophy still speaks here. Discipline attention. Simplify. Observe. Train the mind. Reduce noise. Prepare inwardly. Part 9, Accepting Impermanence. Everything changes. Strength fades. Time moves. Life shifts. Musashi understood impermanence deeply. Attachment to permanence creates suffering. The warrior accepts change. Not passively, but clearly. Reality moves. Humans move with it. Resistance creates tension. Adaptation creates survival. Part 10, Final Reflection. Musashi believed suffering can become teacher. Not because pain is beautiful, but because adversity reveals truth. Who are you without comfort? Without applause? Without certainty? Perhaps the deepest battle was never outside. Perhaps it was always within. A sword cuts outward. Discipline cuts inward. And maybe that is where transformation begins.